Hey guys, we're back with another episode of Magic the Gathering 2014 Duels of the Planeswalkers. Do you guys remember which episode was last week's episode?
No.
It was last week.
That was it. Right.
But I mean the numbering. I forgot to remember what the
numbering these
episode was.
Oh, it was like VV.
Oh yeah, that was when YouTube enforced the only Roman numerals playlist numbering.
It was a really rough
interesting
week,
decision.
but we barely made it.
Barely.
YouTube has that random shit sometimes.
I'm glad they reversed
barely.
that.
New rules. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna random, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Gonna play a new deck that has yet to be seen on this series of
Oh
Magic.
god.
Get excited.
There aren't
So,
such
you know,
things.
haven't been on the last episode, so like maybe it was on the last episode.
Which episode was that?
I believe it was episode 48. I could be wrong though.
Oh man,
You
are
are
you guys really that far?
48. There was something else that.
For fuck's sake.
There was something
I don't
else
understand.
Yeah, I don't get it. Why is it 48?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Can we?
Huh?
No, we're in this time.
Oh,
for
are you
reals.
upset about your deck choice? I remember last time I ran
Oh my
with you
God.
guys, I got the worst deck in the game in the form of that dragon deck.
I couldn't draw a new hand. I had too many lands, so I drew a new hand and it gave me more lands.
Oh, welcome to my world, Austin. I have 5 cards in my hand now.
Are they all
Oh,
lands?
man.
I
Oh,
have
because
that
you
many
multi
lands.
Have 7 lands or 1 land is the 2 options that I have.
Take 7.
I would feel better with 48 lands if I could even have that many, because I just too many lands.
You need the green deck.
I will say that that's one of the disadvantages of this card game versus other ones is that, like, you know, worrying about land draw. It's like such a bullshit way to like lose or whatever is to not have lands or to have too many lands.
That's
Let
why
this
I
not
feel
be a
like
segue into
Hearthstone is so much more
There
approachable.
it
Yeah.
is. I knew it. Fucking knew it. Every time.
You literally brought it up as I was making the transition.
The
There
same
couldn't have
word.
been.
I hit Hearthstone when you said Hearthstone.
I didn't realize it was going to be a problem. I'm sorry. I wouldn't have
Not
done
a
it.
problem. I'm just kidding.
Oh man.
In truth, I've actually strayed away a bit from playing Hearthstone just because
Terrible.
it just feels very imbalanced to me right now, and it needs some patches. And once it has some patches, then I'll be okay playing the game again. But
I've been
I'm gonna
refraining
wait.
from playing
Oh,
it myself, apart from playing it with you guys and other people I know, because I just get massacred online. Like, I lose to you guys too, but at least I feel better about it that way.
I lose quite a bit. I was on Ohm's video a couple videos ago, and we played 4 games. I lost every game in horribly.
Well, Ohm's
smashing
really good
fashion.
too, to be honest.
Yeah.
You
That
also
or he
put
just
a
has
bunch
had
of
a
time
lot
into
of.
unlocking.
Yeah,
special
I was gonna
cards,
say,
so it
he's-
makes you win.
Exactly.
I was going for the Avacyn's Glory deck, and I picked Nick, and I didn't look at the lands because it's Baer who has the Avacyn's Glory deck.
Oh, Baer's playing Avacyn's Glory. That is a very high win series.
That is a really drastic amount of flavor text in that creature, Nick.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
let's read.
Nick's
The
flavor
5
text.
prides fell in a brutal chain of wars. Oh, I was about to read that, but something popped up. This was chosen
Read
with
this
die
instead.
Whatever.
All right,
Finish.
cool. Thanks for revealing that, Austin. You're a nice dude.
You're
I'm not interested in
absolutely
reading
welcome.
Everyone else can read
also, by the way, we were talking about before the video, and then I like cut the conversation.
Jets.
Was the
Yeah, New York Jets, they won. They beat the
The
Patriots.
Jets beat Bears' shitty ass. It was glorious.
I like the Patriots too. Don't call them shitty.
Nick, are you telling the truth to me?
I'm gonna be on your team because otherwise they're gonna beat you up.
Oh, thank you,
Knows
man.
who
I
the
appreciate
quarterback
that.
for the Patriots is.
Sports fans get wild sometimes. They flip over cars for some reason.
Yeah, break things.
It's kind of nuts, man. I gotta focus on my turn real quick here, but
Alright.
I
Don't do
do.
that.
Lost the Super Bowl a couple years ago. It was a bad couple of nights.
I learned my lesson from the last episode. The less we pay attention to Magic, the better the episode
The better
turns
we
out.
do. Oh, the better the episode. I was gonna say the better you do. That would be an
No,
interesting.
just
fair
abandon
enough.
all.
Yeah, I completely screwed myself last time. On,
I don't even think
too.
my game has sound. I don't care. Whatever.
Well,
Just
that's not.
continually deal 1 damage to each other, Austin.
No, I'm down. I'm down with that. in the house.
I thought you were gonna say you were down with the clown.
Down with the clown.
Actually, did you guys read that story about the clown who murdered like the head of a cartel in Mexico?
Oh, why did I do this? I don't have any excuses.
Yeah, a clown murdered the head of a cartel, a drug cartel in Mexico.
Was it a joke?
Was it a juggalo?
Pretty sure it was the Joker. I'm pretty sure the Joker exists, and he is in Mexico right
I
now.
thought he died.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't die. Spoilers.
Rob.
No, I mean like the guy that plays him died, and then the Joker died.
Ah, that's true. Yeah, he is dead.
Yeah, he died. That's
Oh yeah, Christian Bale died.
Did he?
Yeah, Christian Bale.
Yeah, Christian Bale.
Yeah, I wanted to point out, Rob, you got this liver deck again. It's your favorite.
Oh, I know. Oh, believe me, I know, Austin.
I just realized that. It's real funny.
I had that on the first one.
When I was raging at the very beginning, at least my viewers knew why that was. There was a number of reasons, not the least of which having shit ass hands.
Shit,
You should like wash them.
Shit ass hands. I know. That's it.
Stop
Well, it's-
wiping your butt with your hand.
There's like
Well,
3 different ways that phrase could be interpreted. You could have like ass hands that are shit, like they're just poor quality ass hands, or you could have
Right.
like shit ass hands. Is like, well, man, the more I think about it, there's just like this vast array of
Wow.
possibilities with that.
Yeah,
I've literally
that.
seen the Dracula fetus animation spawn in front of my eyes.
Hey, does he watch our magic videos? He needs to get going on those, man.
I don't
There's
know.
a lot of interesting
I
conversations.
hope he
with that.
does.
Death Snow Zombie does. He made that cool thumbnail for me.
Does he do animation too, or is he mostly still?
He doesn't do animations. I actually saw he's got a Tumblr for like, not well. I think it's actually a website. Maybe
Bear
he-
just won.
2 websites. Bear just one. What does he
Yeah.
have?
No,
He has that one
no,
card
I
that needs to
didn't.
die, like, pretty much
Okay, this-
immediately.
All right, yeah. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, Dragon Feeds. Yeah, he's got 2 websites. One of which is like porno cartoons that he makes.
Nice.
Pretty
Cool.
cool. Yeah. They're really well made. Very detailed.
Was it porno cartoons? I heard that right?
Yes. Yeah. No. That's
Okay, no, I was just making sure.
The other, well, he's got, like I said, he's got the 2 websites, and the one is, just regular old comics and whatnot, and pictures.
It's nice.
Whoa,
a lot of
dude, that
artists
experimental
will
is sick.
split their safe for work and not safe for work images, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I thought the other site was just going to be regular old porno images and not just part of like hentai images.
He's also the head of Spankwire.
Spank wire.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of free time running that site. He just does some art for all of us.
Of course.
Yeah, really.
I wonder if there's like a search, like an index to see how successful all the various porn sites are
There
in
is.
terms of revenue. There is actually. Okay.
Rob, please tell me you know this offhand.
I'm pretty sure Pornhub is the top one.
No, I just thought you meant like you have the site, or you are in fact the one that indexes the database.
Oh yeah, no,
You are the one that spanks.
Why are you revealing all your
What do
cards?
I do here? Am I just...
Yes.
I'm being nice since you guys haven't seen this deck. I'm just
finish
showing
all
you all
over
my
it.
cards.
Okay,
You do green bear token on the variation on token. Oh well, it's gone now.
I guess.
you didn't get to read that. Magic was just like
What
nope.
action is causing it to say, here's some cards in Austin's deck? Would you like to see them?
Whenever someone pulls stuff out of their deck, they usually have to reveal it to everyone as a price to.
This is the battlefield. Reveal the top 4 cards. You put it all elf cards revealed this way. Bottom. Well. Oh, okay. So I guess he just spawned that. Whatever. I don't even know. So
Let's talk about things that aren't magic. That's more fun.
Yeah. We were talking about porn. That
Porn,
was
that was what we were talking.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
We
like-
did sports.
Sports
We did
and porn.
sport. We covered sports.
This is the manliest conversation ever.
Mm-hmm. What do we have
really.
left on the docket? We need to talk about our favorite beers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's not talk about that. Let's skip
I like
that
Blue
one,
Moon.
actually. Let's just keep going.
All right.
okay.
And we should also talk about how much better company men are to further alienate all the women in these videos, whoever they may be.
Women can
I
like
don't even
porn
believe in
sports. They can like
You don't believe in-
pornographic sports.
I don't believe in men.
You don't believe in men?
Yeah, I don't think they're real.
I don't believe in man.
In either.
I think it's just a society. It's an image that's been propagated by our shitty culture, and then there's no such thing as men.
That's
man, that sucks, man.
it's an interesting interpretation. It's an interesting reading of Baer. Baer.
It's either you or
you dumped on
whoa,
Ooh,
I have one. Sure.
There goes that really good card that you had. Didn't you do that before he tapped it and gave all his creatures +1/+1?
That's a valid question.
I wasn't gonna use it on him, but he now.
But
forced me
I
to.
was a dick. Okay,
It was yeah,
that's fair.
it's fair. It's fair, Bear.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
I'm a
that
fair
it's
bear.
Fair.
I
Not
read
that
this
you
comic
care, Bear.
about,
Okay, fuck you, Bear.
this comic
I'm
about
not gonna attack you, man. If it'll let me. Wait a minute. Did I make a mistake here? I should be able to pick Rob, right?
Yeah, you gotta drag like you're running out of time, so don't attack me. You should withdraw it immediately, please. Bear.
Okay. hang on.
Oh,
Oh god. I don't even know. It's been so long.
The other thing that I was going to mention, there's like a lot of news topics to talk about.
Yeah, it's crazy.
A fucking public knife fight happened in the streets of the press between TotalBiscuit and the developer of some shitty game.
I was really hoping you'd talk
Day
about
one Gary's incident.
Yeah, it was, okay, what's the dev's name? Because now I'm going to forget. It's like Wildfire Games or something like that?
or something.
No, it's not Wildfire.
Wild something.
Wildly dumb.
More like wildly idiots.
Anyway, so the story is, well, I guess we should probably break it down at the beginning.
Yeah,
So
it's probably with
this
summary.
developer released a really bad game, which is this game that we just mentioned, Day One Gary's Incident, and it's like a first-person survival open-world game, which is far, far more ambitious than probably that studio had in it. You guys still there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're really quiet all of a
letting
sudden.
you-
That was
No,
scary.
we're indulging you in the description.
All right. So yeah, we had that happen, and the game. Okay.
Sorry.
Now you're being a butt, Rob. Don't do that.
Didn't mean to. Go for it.
So there's like monkeys throwing rocks and dudes with all cleavers and like indigenous people that are flailing and like everything's broken and full of bugs. And so TotalBiscuit made a WTF is because that's what he does, and he got a press code for it. Decided to make a video about that game because that's how YouTube works and that's how this job works in some ways. And they decided to issue him a copyright strike because they weren't happy with the way that he portrayed their game. So discuss.
Yeah.
Before this, I just want to clarify this for myself and potentially anybody else that may not realize. The fact that it's spelled Garry, this game has nothing to do with Gary's mod, does it?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's what I just wanted to understand because it was like confusing to me.
I didn't
But-
even think of that actually.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, that's weird that they made like a spin-off or something, but I guess they totally didn't.
Like that's been Gary the whole time. That he's been lost in the Aztec wilderness.
Well, that's why. That would explain why shit's so weird in Gary's mod.
Yeah.
Right.
This is actually a prequel to Gary's mod. Is Day One Gary's?
Gary, you're doing that
That's why
thing.
Day One.
Okay, I've honestly actually forgotten how to switch off of you, Austin, so I'm thinking maybe I'll just go in order from person to person and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, just let whatever it puts it on. Just do the twerk.
Yeah.
Do the twerk
Do the twerk.
Do the twerk.
and do the twerk.
Why did you? Oh, you have that thing. I didn't remember.
I have two of those things actually.
Oh, you're right. I didn't think of either of those things that
Wow.
I should have thought about.
Man, yeah, you just
That
made
sucks. Oops.
Yeah, but the whole I don't know. It's like
God damn it.
If they wanted to fight with TB, they did it in a very stupid way, which is that okay, TB made a review very critically.
Well, first
traffic-
impressions video.
Yeah.
Right. Whatever.
not
Yeah.
a
You're right.
review.
Yeah. But
Well, when he watches this, Rob, he'll get very angry if Nick hadn't corrected you just now. So we just, we need to.
Well, as someone who does first impressions videos myself, I don't like when people call them reviews. So
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. But anyway, so he did what he does, the WTF is, and I actually have completely lost my train of thought, but I don't know what I was saying.
They gave him a code to do this thing. So they sort of implicitly said, like, here's the way that you're going to do this because this is how press works. We give you the code, you give us the video, and you monetize it. That's just how it works. That's the trade-off. I mean,
and there's no way they didn't know that. Like, they
Right.
No,
they have no defense to say, like, oh, well, we had never heard of this industry before. We couldn't have possibly anticipated that us giving him the code meant that we were probably potentially opening the floodgates for criticism on this piece of shit that we're trying to sell people.
Right.
They even
Yeah.
actually gave open public permission to make YouTube videos in the forums as well. So it's like there's no excuse. I mean, TB is like one of the top 5 biggest YouTube personalities as far as I'm aware. So, like, if you don't get how this works by now, what the hell are you doing? Like, that's
Right,
a whole
actually,
nother
that-
level of incompetence.
That's the one thing that's actually what I was going to say. I completely forgot. Like they're just okay. If you dislike what TB did with with the video, I'm sure that you would, right? It is a man being very critical of something that you've poured your heart and soul into, surely, right? Okay, fine. Yeah, I realize that. I understand that. But if your decision is to take action by fighting him publicly, that's like, what world are you living in where you think that's gonna, what
Well,
goodwill do you think you have generated as a game company on your first game, having made a game that's critically panned across the board, and you're gonna have a knife fight in the press with TB?
It's way worse, though, than just that.
First impression?
He gave them, or him, a copyright strike, which if you get 3 of, shuts down your channel and your livelihood.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't get much worse than that. And the statement, the declaration that comes across when you say, I'm going to take 1/3 of the potential of you losing your livelihood, that's a pretty serious thing to do to someone.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I think one of the most interesting parts of this is there's been a whole discourse on Reddit, and I'm sure if any of you viewers ever visit Reddit and you're subscribed to any of the default subreddits, you have already probably seen this just flooding your feed because it's been everywhere on gaming and games and TotalBiscuit's own personal subreddit too. But one of the most interesting things I saw is the fact that, well, first of all, the developer posted their quote-unquote defense on their Steam forum, their community page for the game, and they said that TotalBiscuit had no right to claim advertising revenue for the content, which obviously is total BS. I mean, like,
And
we
that's
don't even have
almost
to get
a
into that.
quote, too. That's
Yeah,
very
almost
close
a
to the
direct
exact
quote.
Yeah.
Further than that, though, somebody disputed that claim by saying, well, hey, Kotaku actually made basically the exact same style of video. Are you not claiming a copyright strike on Kotaku as well? And to which the same person that made the original claim, like the one that said TotalBiscuit had no right to do it, then went on to respond to that and said Kotaku is not claiming advertising revenue on that video, which is not true.
Yeah,
Is
what
completely
world is that
falsified.
person living in?
Right.
What? What?
So not only do they not understand the way YouTube works, they are just continually, like, someone has handed them, they replaced the shovel they were digging their own grave in with a crane, and they're just digging away like madmen.
Yeah.
This doesn't end well for anyone.
No.
No, not really.
I mean, this is like at worst, this is going to end in legal battles, and at best, it's going to paint the future of that company and that guy negatively from now on, because he's abused a system that's supposed to be in place for good reason, and he's completely abused it. Which, in all honesty, like, TB is taking the punches for a bigger battle.
Right. And that's what I was just about
important.
to say. It actually might not end so badly in the bigger scheme of things, because this might be the perfect storm, the catalyst, if you will, that allows all of us to become into a better situation later.
Maybe, but the thing is, YouTube still hates gaming, and they've always hated gaming, and they still do. So I don't even know if Google will even respond to him, despite the fact of despite how much revenue he brings to them.
Right.
But I don't think they care.
Are they
don't
just
like gaming.
stupid?
I don't know. Like, you look at a service like Twitch, a much smaller company, right? And yes, they haven't had to deal with the copyright issues that YouTube has in the past before. But they have the same kind of blanket agreement with game companies that networks under YouTube have, right? So like if YouTube was smart, then they would cut out the middleman of the networks and say, hey, making a blanket agreement with the video game companies, we can have footage of games on our service, right? And it's good for everybody because people want to watch gaming content. It has become the most popular thing on YouTube by far. I mean, the number one YouTuber on YouTube is PewDiePie, a gaming channel. The second one is Smosh, who has a gaming channel.
Whose regular channel is actually diminishing in popularity, and their gaming channel is starting to become like one of their biggest things. And it's actually like a very well produced. I mean, like I don't really have a personal opinion on how good their stuff is, but the channel itself, you can tell like there's professional quality content going up on there like every single day.
Yeah. I mean, there's also Freddie W's gaming channel that is like professionally produced. It looks like probably some of the old shows that would have been on XPlay or whatever the one it was before.
Right.
It makes me really angry because even worse, they've created a situation at YouTube. I mean, the way that this environment has all worked out, in that it's almost become self-regulating. You know, the people who are really serious and the people who are professional don't really need to get into too much legal issue as much as the smaller channels do. So why would they not end up working with these larger channels, these individuals, to make this shit not be a problem anymore?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same reason that, people always, still to this day, people ask me if I'm going to continue my Legend of Zelda series. And honestly, the channel's just not worth the risk. Because Nintendo, they had that whole thing where they were content ID matching people for their Nintendo videos. And, people have been saying like, oh, well, they stopped doing that. And like, yeah, they stopped doing that. Yeah,
apparently they're getting people for Pokemon now. I mean, they just the other day they got TV on the Co-optional podcast.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Goddamn trailer, which is a commercial for their game.
Right, we kind of went full circle with that.
Actually, that's something. Another thing that's actually very interesting. There was a trailer for some game or a movie. Jesus, Nick, you have 68 health.
I'm sorry.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
Just need one more.
Yeah, you really did just one more.
Nick was winning hard while you guys were discussing. I was doing everything in my power to try.
For real though, dude, I cannot switch who I'm attacking, so I'm just I don't even know.
Oh, I wish I knew that. I could have totally taken advantage.
Yeah. I'm dead anyway. It doesn't really matter.
What it comes down to for me, it just seems that YouTube takes the apathetic approach where they just don't do anything at all.
They did that to the point where now it's actually like a criminal negligence in how they handle their situations. Not only is it just apathetic, they actually go beyond that.
It's confusing to me because whenever they do something, even when they're actually
I finally got it.
Doing something, they
Sorry, I had to try that.
Good job, Baer.
I just realized.
Baby steps.
Whenever they do something, it's bad. It's negative. Like the recent changes they made to the video player, they downgraded. They made it worse. They made mobile worse. And the whole reason they're doing this is because they want people to actually watch videos in lower qualities. Because it doesn't matter what quality you watch a video in, YouTube still gets the same ad revenue, but it costs them more
stress on their bandwidth. Yeah.
Exactly. So they made it to where it's more complicated. I mean, I use the term more, lightly because it's really only an extra button press. But that extra button press is actually going to make a lot more people not click HD on their videos.
Yeah, it's similar.
It's the same reason you can't auto HD. You can't, make sure every video you watch is automatically in HD because they don't want people doing that. And it's kind of sad that that's the kind of thing that they're looking to do is just, we just want as many people as possible to watch as many videos, but in the smallest quality available. That's
honestly, even that stuff is just like penny pinching, like whatever. You know what? YouTube's gonna do that. It's a company.
But that's all they do.
And you're right. That's that. But that's what I was about to say. Is like that. That's the problem is. That seems to be the only changes that they make towards any kind of progress is that kind of stuff, and they've been silent on this issue, and I'm sure that they're not going to mention it at all. And in fact, it's probably going to be handled legally, privately, from this point on. After I'm sure that there's going to be a big media storm over this whole thing.
But is there? I don't think there is. It's going to blow up on Reddit. It's going
to blow up on all the gaming websites.
It's going to go
got nothing
away.
else to talk about. They're basically Reddit. Well, yeah, it's going to go away. That's what I'm saying. YouTube's not going to do anything, and it's going to be handled silently, legally by TotalBiscuit and this other company. And you know, like whatever. Like you have 136 health. Jeez.
Yeah, I was just swing with the team because I know it's over.
You should just let him hit you, Nick. Honestly,
That's the
it's like
I can block with this 4 anyway, because that won't die. Whatever.
the thing about it is that even TotalBiscuit makes it clear in the video. The problem isn't this one guy. This one guy is insignificant in comparison to what the actual issue that he's trying to make the point. Is that YouTube is broken right now, and they don't care to fix it. They haven't cared to fix it, and
they don't like they don't like gaming content.
It's
never
not even
liked
just gaming content. It goes all the way to the music, and when people use like clips of music in their videos, and the whole everything about YouTube. They take the approach that Valve takes, that Blizzard takes, that I'm not going to tell you anything approach. I'm not even going to talk to you. I'm not going to have a blog where I post news about what we're doing with our website. We're just going to be this phantom. Like, name one person who works at YouTube. Can you even do that?
Yeah. I mean, you never reach anyone directly at YouTube either.
No.
I mean, like we haven't even gotten to the issue of the freaking archaic copyright laws that everyone still abides by. I mean, like that's a whole new freaking video if we want to get into that.
Yeah, but that's it. Even talking about the history of the DMCA and all that other stuff, and the more recent stuff that's tried to change.
Super hypocritical of Google, because they act like they want to protect internet rights. Like they've made points about it. And
well, guys, looks like none of us will have YouTube accounts by the time this video uploads there. So thanks for joining us all for the duration of our channels, and maybe we'll see you on different account names next time.
We're all gonna move to Vid.
We'll all be Twitch streamers. I mean,
I know that.
where it's going, right?
Twitch is so nice. People
Twitch is wonderful in comparison.
Twitch is amazing.
We can stream Nintendo games all day.
Yeah, man.
They
I don't know how they do it. I want to
Unless
know
we
how
do it
they
at
do
Evo.
it.
Don't do it at Evo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They're doing it. Well, no, that was the whole thing at Evo too with Nintendo, where like people were like, yeah, we really want hundreds of thousands of people to watch us play your 15-fucking-year-old game. Nintendo was like, no, and it's like, what in what world is
they
that?
They did eventually bend and break to that, though. Let's be honest.
What is like? Can I say something just like Nintendo? I'm gonna talk to you directly now. We want to love you. We have always loved you.
There's no reasoning with Mr. Nintendo. He's lost his mind at this point.
Really?
Why do you push us away?
Well, this seems to be like the general mentality, though, of all these major companies now. Like the story that I was going to mention was I went to watch a trailer. It was one of the most upvoted things on Reddit for a movie, right? And I go to watch the trailer, and it says, this has been flagged for copyright by blah blah by Warner Brothers or whatever. And it's like, are you out of your fucking mind? I'm watching. Are you gonna make me go out of my way to watch a commercial for your movie? Like that's what it's for. It's for people to see, and you're going to copyright strike it. Like what world does that make sense? And you know what the reasoning is because you can watch the trailer on their website directly, where they have their own ads, and they have like some ads for your fucking advertisement.
Well,
that's how intense it's become.
No, but here's the thing, though. They could have put a claim on that trailer so they could even run the damn ad of theirs on the other person's video, but they chose to instead maliciously take at their account and try and knock it down.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. It's.
They don't understand the amount of power that they're wielding toward people who have basically no recourse at all. I was in that position. It's horrifying. I had my goddamn account taken away because of AdSense, because somebody spam clicked some ads on my website at one point, and I was basically done at that point. The only reason I got it back was I got really lucky and someone wrote an article that went on Kotaku for me. That's the only reason that happened. They never talked to me again. They never explained why they took my account down. They never explained why I got it back. I never actually spoke to Google. It just came back one day.
And it's because it doesn't matter to them, if we're going to be honest with ourselves. We don't matter. And like, not even the big people matter to them.
It's so strange. Imagine if I'm working now in YouTube. Imagine if I was just sitting there at my job and some guy walked in from some company where we bought hammers from, and like, oh, you're using our hammers. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to make some copyright claims. So those are our hammers. You don't have a job anymore.
Every time you take a swing, I'm gonna need you to yell the name of our hammer brand loud and clear for the entire crew to hear.
Yeah, and now we're getting into general like copyright law, which is fucking absurd anyway.
Yeah.
Go watch CP
But we won't go
Racing.
into that whole thing.
YouTube's
actually, it has an
stupid. Thanks
amazing
for watching,
video.
guys.
Oh no.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah,
We should all do you guys want to link to the TV video that we've been talking
Yeah, we
about?
probably
Because I think
should.
it's worth everyone seeing. It's a really
Yeah.
good video.
I really
very-
hope that
very-
becomes the next freaking Coney 2012 or whatever. That
I mean,
is.
you've probably all seen it already by now, but just in case you missed it, like you should know the source material of what we're referencing here.
Right.
For shizzle.
Yeah, and
It really goes through it really in an articulate way, which I think is beyond what I can do anyway.
you know, one thing that I've now that I've realized is in my template when sending emails to developers. Honestly, you have to be completely explicit. It has to basically be a contract at this point.
Yeah.
Because like he said, like he even says in the video that it's implied, and it is implied by the email, but he doesn't explicitly say I'm monetizing this video right in the email, and I'm sure he's going to reword his email
I think
template.
he said that he
now.
did implicitly say that he was going to.
No,
he showed
didn't-
the email. I don't think it actually was in there.
Yeah, he didn't explicitly say I'm monetizing this video, but he says it's heavily implied, and it is like it legally it's implied, and that's fine enough, but there's no point in even taking any chances anymore, right?
Right.
Yeah, no. Even if you do say it, they could still just press their automatic button and it'll still go down and you'll still get a
Well,
strike.
Like, what did he think he was getting if he gave him a key? What was the point of him giving him that key then, if it wasn't for
I don't
that?
think this guy developer is a very smart man to be.
Well, I know, but
completely
I'm just saying from his perspective, if we were to play devil's advocate, did he think he was giving this code to TB so he could play it for fun for his on his off day?
I don't
like,
know.
Yeah.
It comes
What
down to
was
whether or not
he
he thinks
thinking?
his game is great or not. Does he think
You know-
he made a good game, or did he?
The
trying
Metacritic
to-
scores that are being fashioned by the fake accounts he's been creating,
Oh,
or
that
not
too.
just he. I mean, well,
Yeah.
to be in the interest of non-sexism, a woman is actually responding to the majority of the Steam community forum things. So, I'm sure it's a team effort anyway. But still, I mean, like the entire crew is like getting together to try to squelch any kind of negativity about this game at all.
Right.
And of course, since Twitter went insane after TV's video went up, they've been just deleting everything everyone says and probably blocking everyone.
Yeah, they've been actually. There's been a huge wipe on their Facebook page
Oh,
of
God.
comments, and it's again, it all goes back to that first point of this whole thing, which is like, why get in a public knife fight with Total fucking Biscuit? If you wanted to do it silently, do it to smaller YouTubers who are shitting on your game, right? And companies do this all the time. This is what's happening with Nintendo, actually, is they're just shitting on smaller YouTubers, but the biggest ones are fine because obviously they have public image. But the smaller YouTubers obviously have no recourse. They have no audience, no stage to stand on. But TB does. Why would you go to the top, the guy who has the most stage and the biggest mouth out of anyone on YouTube doing what he does, right? What world does it make sense to pick a fight with him?
Do you think it's just perhaps, and I'm giving the developer way too much credit here, but do you think it might have been a strategy in getting way more publicity?
Oh no, I wouldn't
I
even-
don't either. I'm just sort of throwing that
If
out.
it is,
Yeah.
then he's even dumber than what he's doing now. So
Yeah, no. I mean, any publicity is good publicity, right? I mean, so I suppose, honestly, it probably will drive a lot more sales to Day One Gary's incident. I don't think he was thinking that far, though. Honestly, it was probably like an impulse thing, right? He probably watched the video and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna flag this because it's that easy." You can make an impulse decision and copyright strike like that if you have the proper,
it sucks because we can sit here and talk about it all day, but this is one of those things that we would have to just keep pushing and keep talking about for weeks and weeks and just continuously badger about it, or nothing's going to get done. Nothing.
Yeah.
It will disappear in a week. We will.
It's
be
actually
talking
pretty
about it.
likely that we could talk about it for a year straight and they still wouldn't give a shit. If you looked at the sub boxes being broken, that's still happening.
Yeah, I'm talking about we would need some kind of band together from every network and top YouTuber.
and that's never going to happen.
No, it
ever.
won't. But
no way. Yeah.
that's what's going to be required because
I mean,
again,
it's
YouTube
not-
is this mysterious entity that you cannot speak to.
Oh,
Until
yeah,
YouTube has
people talk
competition, legitimate competition, there's no getting around anything like this.
Yeah, there's no reason to. Yeah.
I'm wondering too if once Twitch becomes a big enough thing when it comes to gaming, if they're just fuck this, we're out, and just ban all gaming stuff on YouTube.
That is Twitch's best day ever. Twitch is
Yeah,
like,
really.
Yes, we did it, guys.
Dude, honestly, if Twitch manages the kind of infrastructure after this Xbox One and PS4 partnership goes through, and depending on how it goes through, if Twitch becomes an even bigger company and they have the kind of services like YouTube, meaning that you can upload videos on there as well and have a separate search system for that where you can hold videos of gaming content and not just streaming, then that would be a legitimately competing source. That would be a very legitimate competing source of gaming content.
Probably going to be a while away, though, considering they were just sort of implying, like, how about you guys don't save so many videos on our servers?
Right, yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's what I mean. Is like they're going to probably make a fuck ton more money on Xbox and PS4. So, that once that happens... What?
I gotta tell you guys, this is like one of the most exciting things for me. I got my first check from Twitch the other day. It was fucking hand signed.
What?
Someone signed it.
Nice.
Hand signed with an actual pen.
That's impressive.
That is not a thing that I am used to seeing.
Oh no.
They're cool people over there. They're people who love video games.
Yeah, they're staff and admins all watch streams of people on Twitch.
They stream themselves. Like they're so into it, they want to be popular on their own platform.
Yes. Yeah.
Twitch needs to just...
Pathetic state of affairs that I'm this excited about someone signing a check.
That is exciting, man. That's really cool, actually.
You all just need to go to Twitter and just say, just tweet Twitch. I like you. You're good. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. That's not a bad thing to do.
There's another freaking paradox between YouTube and Twitch is the fact that Twitch's Twitter account is just so active. Like every time something breaks down, they're like, "Please hang on, we're on it. We're working towards it, and don't leave. We love you."
Yeah. And you know what? Again, to kind of be another devil's advocate here, in total fairness, Twitch is a much smaller company in terms of scale and scope in that they only cover gaming content, right? So, and especially scale, it's hard for YouTube to decide to be a personalized experience for its creators. That said, obviously they're not doing enough because
YouTube just needs to exist.
The thing is, YouTube. You know what the main thing is? What's happening right now, and why YouTube's been fucking up for the past couple of months, and why everything. Partly,
all of YouTube is an ad for Google Plus, is what I'm convinced of. The whole thing.
Well, that's part of it. But the other thing is, they are having a legal knife fight with Apple over the iOS YouTube app for a long time. So they've been messing with that for a while.
Isn't it Microsoft? I think it's Microsoft.
Yeah, Microsoft. Well, I think it's both actually, but yeah.
No, Apple's fine. They took down the Windows one on Windows phones. The Apple one's fine. I have it right now.
Oh, okay, so it's Microsoft then. Yeah. Well, and that's also why ad revenue doesn't come in on mobile devices, because they didn't release the ad API to.
Well, and think about how much you'd be missing as well. Like if I don't know how many people use Windows phones. Probably not that many, but maybe like 20%. If we're being generous.
Windows phones are kind of silly right now.
I don't like them either. But no, I get ads that play on mobile right now. I mean,
yeah, on Android I get ads.
It's good.
Yeah, on iOS they play.
But it's only very specific.
But they just that just happened.
That was like 2 months ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a month or two ago. Like for a long time, for the majority of me on YouTube, just no ads on mobile, and it's understandable, sort of. But it's understandable why if they had a legitimate reason why there shouldn't be ads, which is that, like, what if you have shitty buffering times, right? And you don't want to buffer a 30-second ad for...
And nobody's going to watch it.
The buffering.
They're just going to turn it off.
See, the thing is, what's shitty about that argument is that's not why. Like, if that was why, okay. But the reason is because they want to get more money out of Microsoft. And it's like... I mean, come on, man.
Did you guys, speaking of buffering, it's a bit off topic, see how they changed how buffering works? This was a while ago, but now buffering on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know how in the past, your video would just buffer? It would just go, and you could go back to an early part of the video, it would already be buffered. They changed it specifically to where even if you go back, it has to rebuffer. video. They did that specifically to prevent people from fully buffering videos and then watching, which is what some people had to do. I had to do that on my old internet, like 5 years ago or however long it was, because my internet wasn't fast enough. I would leave videos open for like 30 minutes, like 5-minute videos for 30 minutes to buffer and come back and watch them.
Yep.
It's like, what? I get you save money, but you're actually kind of also losing some money as well, and you're kind of being a dick too.
I mean, at that point, I would advocate just download the MP4.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I mean, I know they don't approve of that, but fuck them at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, important to note, I'm totally cool with anyone using any of the footage from my channel. There have been people who would nicely ask permission many a time of like, hey, can I use footage from your video? And it's like, yeah, dude, like whatever. Blanket, yes.
I think it's a nice thing to ask. I mean, not that I probably wouldn't say yes, but I'd appreciate if people asked.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice, I suppose, but I don't know. I don't really care.
Well, it's just there's people that literally just rip people's channels and put their videos up under a different channel and take their revenue, which I'm not cool with. So I'd like to know where people are using it, if anything.
It's true. But that said, well, maybe it's different for me.
I think Nick's giving you the option to completely opt out of that blanket yes. He just threw out there.
I have a blanket yes. See, the thing is, at the intro of my videos, I make it very clear that my name's Alpaca Patrol, so if you search me, you're going to find my channel. They're probably not going to end up higher in the search rankings than me, even if they rip my videos.
I don't know.
Yeah, but you never know what people could do.
No, you don't really know, though.
That's a good point. That's an excellent point.
They might just use 2 tags and become the #1 search ranking in all of the
So maybe we should end the video before Rob changes his mind.
Actually, we've got like 20 minutes out of the game, so we should probably end the video here.
Hey, it was a good discussion. I
Yeah,
would
it
be
was.
not against going back into this in a future video, perhaps, if people are interested. So.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
All right, thanks everybody for coming, and I hope you enjoyed it. And of course, make sure you check out everybody's channels; they'll all be in the description, so you can check out everybody's perspectives and see what Rob was all upset about. If you're not watching this on Rob's channel, anyway.
Yep.
And yeah, leave your support. Let us know if you're still enjoying the series, and we'll be back again. Episodes are Mondays and Fridays. Later, everybody.
Adios.
Goodbye.
48 was the last episode. Fuck.
It was number 48. Yeah, I think you're right.